final game of our triple header. We're about to get tipped off. Artsakh against Hrazdan in the final game of today. Rich, the main event.
It's the main card today for Hrazdan. I mean, last game, one of the leading scorers was Jamal McCoy, one of the G League players that has tried out this past summer. Scored 32 and 8 for the Drew League. He shut down DeMar DeRozan completely in some plays, at least. The most he could contain.
And now another new face here for Hrazdan is JT Terrell. And Rich, JT Terrell is a legend in the Los Angeles basketball community. Lucerarian right away to the cup, can't get it to go. Hrazdan with the rebound. And Travell Jones tries picking his pockets, it's a foul.
I think this is my main card game for today. I could be wrong. The last one was fantastic between the Aragats and the Academy USA Basketball Club here at their home. But yeah, it's interesting to see what Hrazdan is going to do against the Artsakh Basketball Club.
And Hrazdan has to be hungry after that last game. A tough loss to the Armens.
They don't lose frequently, that's for sure.
My apologies, tough loss to Academy USA as that one's off. Off of Longurian. Longurian can't finish.
Zando, who's your X factor for today's game?
I got to go as Darba with an and one instantly. I got to go with my guy, Pao Musayin. Last game, he came off the bench for Artsakh and gave them such a good lift. The way he was playing, putting his body on the line, taking multiple charges, and just creating extra possessions for Artsakh, that's my player to watch.
You know, if I'm not mistaken, Village Christian is where he's from?
Yes.
Right? Man, he had a CIF performance with them. And you need a player that comes from a composed background, comes from a background that understands professionalism. And when you see an athlete like Powell, nothing phases him. So I'm happy to see him on the court.
And I'm glad you called him an athlete. Multi-sport athlete in high school, also played volleyball.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that.
Narbet working on Musayin. Backs him down. Kudatian. Back to Narbet. Narbet banks it in. And Narbet was definitely a presence that Hrazdan was missing last week.
Former San Diego State University member, walked on. One of the Steve Fisher disciples.
And now it's Terrell, the former Trojan. Drives in. Ball out of bounds, stays with Hrazdan.
Fun fact, when I was a teenager, actually, I was coached by JT at the USC basketball camp. I don't think he remembers that, but
I know you do, Rich.
I know I do.
Kudatian winds up with it, and he's going to the free throw line. And despite the loss, Kudatian with a great performance last game. 23 points, 14 rebounds, and 6 assists.
Quite the performance. And you know what's the crazy part? Kudatian is averaging 14 rebounds a game. He's
That's
6
just
foot tall.
ridiculous getting that from the guard position.
Oh, yeah. Oscar Robertson numbers in the AABA League.
And Rich, Zara Avedian and Andreas Bogosian both coming off the bench today for Hrazdan.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a very smart move for Coach Jajayan. Also to feel out how JT Terrell mixes with the lineup. I mean, you bring in a new guy, they have to jive before they can, make an impact.
And Artsakh with a new face too as Musayin hits a three. Aaron Breeze making his debut for Artsakh. You know, Rich, I've seen him hanging around here these past couple weeks. Glad to see him finally getting involved in some action.
Musayin getting physical on the other end. Foul there, but I think that's one of those statement fouls again. Musayin knows his role. He's going to agitate on defense, keep a smile on. That's his game.
Ball into Narba, Ibrahimian. Working on Tyler Lucerarian. And there was great defense by Musayin stepping into the lane and staying straight up. He just looks like such a disciplined basketball player.
Yes. You can tell a coach loves to have him on his team. Same way, I mean, just like Ibrahimian too. Ibrahimian is very coachable.
And Ibrahimian gets the bucket. Narbet, probably one of the most physically in shape players in this league, does run Performance Academy just down the street. And there's Tyler with a three.
Foot on the line, as the referee corrects us here. Thought that was a 3 myself. But yeah, Narba Ibrahimian is a trainer and best known for getting people healthy and shape.
Lucerarian able to save it. Gets it to Narba. Possession on the break.
Great
Jagulian's
save.
back. And he steps through, can't finish. Tyler can't clean it up. Breeze. Foul is called on Breeze. Terrell draws it.
That's Breeze's second personal. Is Melkonian going to take him out, or is he going to let him ride it out?
And not the way you want to start your first game here in the AABA. And Samson, what I like to call an on-court coach, always shouting instructions to his team.
Yeah, he's really vocal on the court. Dare I say this game might be more physical than the Aragats game we saw earlier?
Absolutely, Richard. Absolutely. Lucerarian gets to Musayan. Breeze pulls it. Can't get it to go. Lucerarian with the board. And he finishes.
The two workhorses, Hrazdan and Lucerarian down low, both fighting for that rebound. Nothing new if you're a frequent viewer of AABA League basketball.
And now Terrell in the corner. Ref says he stepped out of bounds. And you know what? Tough go to start for Breeze and Terrell, the two guys making their debuts.
Yeah. Aaron Breeze coming off a season in the Armenian VBET League overseas in Eastern Europe. Playing for Artsakh Basketball Club over there. Now he plays for the U.S. team, Artsakh Basketball Club. So quite the journey Breeze has had since Cyprus College.
And there's Possession up top. Travell Jones. Short. And ball goes out of bounds. You know, Rich, I'm surprised Artsakh hasn't tried posting up Jones and trying to get into him inside.
Yeah, well, Travell Jones likes to move with the ball. He likes to create his own space. That's Hrazdan makes that down low. But yeah, I agree with you. I would do it myself.
Musayan drives in. Lucerarian now. Continuing his hot start, Tyler Lucerarian.
He doesn't shoot frequently, but when he does, it seems like it goes in. I mean, I'm interested to know his percentage overall throughout his career, not just in this league.
Early on in this game, 6 points, 3 of 4 shooting, 75%.
In attendance today, Austin Pope, former hooper for Artsakh Basketball Club, now working out with a few G League teams, recently with the Santa Cruz Warriors and Stockton Kings as well.
And you know, Pope actually played one-on-one with four-time NBA champion Klay Thompson right here at Academy USA a couple weeks ago.
Hey, any NBA athlete I feel like has entered Academy USA at this point, if they average at least 20 points at some point.
Corner, Terrell. He's off. Possession with the rebound. Artsakh of 4 points. Possession makes it a 7-point lead.
For some coaches that are old school, they might think that's a bad shot. But if you have anything to do with Narba Possession's game or know him, you know that that's going in most times.
And I promise you, Narba will let you know about it too.
Yeah, another pest on defense, right?
And there's a rebound by Possession. Possession with his imprint on this game already. Breeze to Lucerarian. Tyler blocks. Possession cleans it up. Gets the foul and the basket.
Who else but Possession? Possession, one of those guys, he will accept any role on a team. He just wants to win.
Possession just wants to compete. He just wants to get after it.
Yeah, Possession as number 6, Alex Ramos of Venetian checks in for number 32, Paul Musayan. Possession, one of those players, again, we've talked about this before. You love to have him on your team, and you hate to play against him.
I think he might be at the top of the list of hate to play against him just because of how loud he'll make a layup and he'll scream and one with no one near him.
Yeah.
Hrazdan, quick drive, and he gets a hand one. He's pumped up.
Hrazdan, student over at UCLA, Providence High School, Maranatha High School, CIF. I mean,
basketball player Danny Connie. And there he goes, converting an and one. 10-point or 7-point lead for Artsakh. Breeze. Jones now. Jones pulls up. Jones short. And Hrazdan, that's what we were talking about earlier, the rebounding.
Another rebound.
And Terrell Steps through.
Oh, wow, that was beautiful.
That floater nearly touched the ceiling as it went in.
You know, Terrell, being a hooper out of USC, if I'm not mistaken, has had experience with Nick Young, Dwight Lewis, for those who remember, college player. As Breeze misses it there from the 3.
Terrell also with G League experience. And Rich, I'm kind of seeing a theme here. A lot of G League experience coming out of this league.
TBL, G League, overseas, JUCO, college. I mean, this is a Pro-Am, right? As Breeze knocks down the 3.
Welcome to the ABA, Aaron Breeze, his first bucket. Inside Hudatian to Injagulian. Here's Big Z. He just checked in, and he's off.
Possession, he's thinking about it.
There's Breeze working on Terrell. Lucerarian off. His second miss of the night. And Jagulian leading the break. Almost loses it. Norba hits the floor. Terrell around Breeze. And goes right through 2 defenders and scores. Draws a foul. He'll shoot 1.
Count the basket. Exceptional play by JT Terrell in his first game back at the AABA Pro-Am League. If that foul is on number 0, Aaron Breeze, that's his 3rd personal.
And Rich, the way Terrell is playing right now, it seems like the game is just coming so slow to him.
Seems like the foul, was it on Breeze? We're we not getting a sense of clarity here.
And Andreas Bogosian, Rich, yet to check in. Andreas Bogosian.
Oh, yes, yeah. I mean, we have 2 Pagosians, one on Artsakh.
We have a lot of similar last names on a lot of different teams.
I understand. Different dialects, Pagosian and Bogosian. But, yeah, no, Andreas Bogosian, one of those players coming out of Crescenta Valley High School, works well in a system, works well individually. You just got to put him in the right place, and I'm excited to see him on the court.
Terrell good on the free throw, a perfect make. And he's already gotten himself going in this one. That shot off, Narba pulls it down. Back to Terrell. Terrell thought about pulling up, goes inside instead, and Tyler with some great defense. Ibrahimian with the foul in the backcourt. And Rich. Artsakh already committed 5 fouls, so Hrazdan in the bonus.
Yeah, no, you got to be careful for those fouls from here on out in terms of the rest of the 2 minutes and 55 seconds left.
And I think all these bonuses coming so early in quarters and in halves is because these guys think it's 7 fouls that get you to the bonus instead of 5. So you give 1 or 2 of those fouls to stop a break, and blink of your eyes, they're in the bonus. Flood pass to Ramos. He's off. Bogosian taps to Injagulian, and Tevon leaks out, and Hudatian with a bucket.
That's his bread and butter. Tevon Hudatian always leaking, but you can't call him a cherry picker because he still averages 14 rebounds a game.
And if you're Artsakh, you got to make sure shot goes up. One guy instantly back behind the half-court line as Narba hits a 3 from well behind the 3-point line.
Exceptional shooting, exceptional range. That's just fantastic. He works on that every week.
Does that right here with Coach V. And Terrell now can't answer. Nima Piaro in the game for Artsakh.
You know, fun fact about Nima Piaro, he only started playing basketball 6 years ago. Can you believe that? He learned in intramural college basketball.
And you know what's crazy? There's so many people on this court that have probably played basketball since they got out of the womb. And there's a guy like him that only been playing for 6 years, and he's such a great player.
Yeah, I too have been playing ball since the womb as Avedian knocks that 2.
Yeah, my family decided otherwise for me. I think it was a good decision.
I had no choice. I had 2 Soviet parents with both college basketball experience over there and a Soviet grandma with gymnastics experience, so I had to.
And there's Lucerarian off. In the front court, Terrell. That's a double dribble or carryover, my apologies. .145 left in the quarter, Rich, and we had a great game so far.
Yeah, Yeah, I mean, it's almost like we have been gifted today with these matchups. And for those who are new to the AABA Pro-Am League, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. For those of you that are joining us on Facebook Live or Twitch, make sure to continue. Make sure to like and subscribe there as well.
Big Z with it. And Samson with the cut. Can't get the roll. Artsakh pushing the break. Possession, loses possession, gets it back. And he takes a hard fall on a sponsor sign. And Aaron Breeze winds up with the easy bucket.
For those interested in which sponsor just got hit, it's the Writing Tutor. The Writing Tutor helps out college athletes, helps them out with their research papers, and it helps their college apps as well. So really beautiful concept there.
Terrell with a nice bucket. Aaron Breeze gets it up to Lucerari, and Tyler, no good. Big C tried hustling after it. Breeze, pretty move. Corner, possession. Long, Terrell with the rebound.
Oh, Hrazdan's going to take it all the way.
And he's short on the layup. An uncharacteristic miss. There's Tyler off again. Rich, we talked about his efficiency to start the game, and he missed his last 4 or 5 shots.
He's got to start going down low. His game from the perimeter comes whenever his game from inside is equally aggressive. So with 10 seconds left, let's see what Hrazdan does here to end the first quarter.
5 to go in the quarter. Hrazdan inside, blocked by Piaro. And Lucerari in full court shot, it's off. And at the end of one, Hrazdan down by 4 points to Artsakh. We'll be right back with the Academy USA Coaches Corner in just one moment. Here with the Academy USA Coaches Corner with Hrazdan coach Ara Jajayan, coach JT Terrell making his season debut. How important is it to get him going early on?
We have to get him going early on. He's going to the basket. He didn't hit his first shot. The second shot he hit, but we got to get him going. He's a big part of our offense.
And what do you want to see from your team on the defensive side? Artsakh getting a lot of easy looks.
We got to challenge the shots, but at the same time, we got to get second chance. We shouldn't give him any second chance points. We should always get one and done and go off and play our game.
Thank you, Coach. Second quarter of action. We'll be right back.
Great insight there, Zando. Thank you very much. With the Coach's Corner, brought to you by Academy USA.
Thank you, Rich. Back in the booth now. Travella Jones back into the game, and he pulls up, hits his shot, and Rich, he has seems like his release is a little bit of a lag when you look at it.
Kind of like Alex Smith. It's like a 2K glitch, but it goes in, so.
And I know JT Terrell's shots are going in. Just ask Coach Ara Jajayan about it.
I think Terrell's shot is my favorite. It's like literally sky's the limit. The ball's almost touching the roof.
Hussain driving. Hussain gets to the free throw line. Artsakh sporting a 3-point lead. Hussain good on the first. Hussain knocks down both free throws, and now a 5-point lead for Artsakh. Out to Terrell. Terrell driving. Terrell. And one!
Counts
JT
the
Terrell
pass.
putting on a show early on.
Wow. That was so hard to make there. You need balance. You need a whole package for that one.
And Terrell went into the crowd, gave the fans a little bit more than what they paid for. Terrell converts the and one, and he's doing a great job to start this game. Terrell already with 13 points.
Recently checked into the game for Artsakh is Mano Kapushian and Avo Yetanikian as the layup goes in for Artsakh.
Hrazdan to Bolosian. Bolosian hasn't shot one yet. Up top of Edian. Longurian thought he was wide open. Hrazdan to Longurian, corner, Dre. Bolosian off, Musayan pulls it down. Travell Jones brings it up for Artsakh. And Terrell picks it off.
Who else
and
but
Hrazdan
Tevon?
on the break. That's exactly right, Rich. Who else but him?
Who else but Tevon Hrazdan? I mean, if I'm the coach for Artsakh, I'm not happy with the amount of times that we've seen him go down. But hey, going up and down the hill, that's Tevon Hrazdan's game. As the ball goes out of bounds and it's a Hrazdan ball.
Now a timeout called. 8:14 left in the second quarter. Hrazdan coming back, only down 2. Commercial break. We'll be right back. Great game so far here at Academy USA. Hrazdan versus Artsakh to conclude game day 4. Hrazdan down 2 and coming off a loss. It seems like they're really hungry, Rich.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Hrazdan, they got that championship attitude today without one of their leaders, Andre Spite and Jamal McCoy so far.
There's Big Z, though. Called for an offensive foul.
Hey, that's Powell Musayan that took a charge against the 6'7" Zare Avedian.
That's my guy right there. That's my guy, Powell.
Over at Burbank High, where I played, we had a coach that would literally bribe almost players to take charges, and you got a guy like Powell Musayan who's a natural.
Actually, funny thing you say that. My brother's junior year in high school, he was paid $5 every time he got a charge.
That's exactly it. That's exactly it.
Piaro off, and Hrazdan with the board. Finds Bolosian. Bolosian can't finish. Musayan can't bring it down, and there's Hrazdan with another rebound. Terrell, someone got into his body, and look, Rich, I get Terrell is a great scorer and a great player, but don't you think Artsakh's defending him a little too aggressively?
Against Terrell specifically?
Yes.
It's tough to say because, I mean, I've seen Terrell's game before. I've seen this guy score 50 points. So you do want to make sure you're guarding him. But at the same time, it's his first game back at the AABA League. I wouldn't give too much space. But again, with all due respect, I have seen this guy score 50 points before.
Terrell pure on his first free throw. 14 points now, 5 of 7 shooting. Terrell off on the second, and Rich, early on, I thought Artsakh was going to come out, show some dominance, you know, starting off the season 2-0, but they seem kind of lackadaisical after the first 2 or 3 minutes of the first quarter.
You have a lot of players, as Kapushian greatly done there, LAVC basketball player. I mean, you have a lot of players that haven't played with each other before. I mean, just to talk about it, Yetanikian, Kapushian, Musayan have never been on the same court together. Neither have Piaro and Jones. So they're learning, but they're still undefeated, and they're going to have to do it without any excuses.
Big Z from deep. He hits.
Z for 3. That is something that will never change.
And Narbe, by going around the screen, travel called. You know, I like to call Big Z a rocket launcher because he could just shoot one up from anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, remind me, college basketball experience for Avedian. Was that Cal State Dominguez Hills or was
Cal
that
Lutheran.
Cal Lu? That's right. Another
Hall of Famer there.
Kalu Hall of Famer. It was the other Zari Zargarian at Cal State Dominguez Hills.
Yup. And now it's Terrell with the ball, getting the screen from Z. Terrell drives. Surprised that one wasn't called a foul. Piaro with it.
Got to keep playing if you don't hear a whistle. That's how it goes.
We saw it last week, actually, with Hrazdan. Play at the end of the quarter as the kick ball is called. Play at the end of the quarter. They thought that the other team traveled, so they continued playing. They got a steal and somehow wound up with a last-second layup.
Breeze and Pozeshkian coming back into the game. Let's see how this affects their lineup as Lucirarian as well, checking in for Yetanikian.
And ball back into Breeze. Breeze with some early foul trouble. Kapushin against Terrell. Terrell picks him clean. Gets it up to Narbe, and Narbe with the easy 2.
Using that body to make sure he scores with his right instead of his left. Beautiful play.
And this is the first lead Hrazdan's had all game.
Oh, is it? Wow.
Great job fighting back. Breeze finds Pozeshkian. Narbe gets it to Tyler. Lucirarian off.
Gotta go up.
And Jones can't get it, but on the second attempt, he does.
A couple of rebounds for Artsakh there.
And
Hrazdan.
Rich, I'm gonna welcome you to the Commentator Jinx Club, because you said that Lucirarian was so efficient to start it off, and he hasn't made a basket since.
Oh, wow. Is there a bouncer fee or anything? Or
No, you're good.
Gotcha.
First time free.
Gotcha. Members fee. Got it.
Now Lucirarian. He catches, he fires, and he finally gets one to go.
Wow. I mean, an extra pass is another unselfish move by Pozeshkian with the extra pass. Great teamwork.
5 to go in the second quarter. Hrazdan and Artsakh not it, or Artsakh up 2 points, 37-35. Andreas, I think the behind the back pass is a little excessive there.
Kinda, honestly, yeah. Yeah, that was a little excessive. But hey, I mean, we got to keep the game pretty. You just got to execute.
I've seen Dre make some pretty plays. Maybe not the time for that one there, though. Avedian with it.
3 seconds. You got to knock that.
And he gets it to go.
Oh,
Sorry, Avedian, after that charge call, he just seemed like he's pissed off at the world.
Oh, I mean, we saw that in the last game, too, with Collegian. You know, and Henrik Sardarbegian in the first game after he got his head hit on the floor as Breeze misses that one.
And there's Hudatian leaking out again. And he misses. That's twice now he's leaked out and missed a layup. But there's Terrell, and Terrell champs it home.
JT Terrell staying active on defense with Tevan Hudatian.
Terrell went up high, threw it down hard. Breeze off. Travell Jones with the rebound. Loses it on the way up, and foul called.
Slapped on the forearm, yeah. That will affect your shooting.
2 free throws now for Travell Jones.
For those new to the Gamecast, make sure to press like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube page. It's YouTube AABA Pro-Am League.
Jones, good on the first free throw. And to those of you watching, you could also catch us on Twitch and on Twitter, live in multiple places. Jones knocks down both. That'll put him at 6 points on the night. Terrell with it. Hudatian, quick move to the corner. Belosian.
Ooh.
It's good.
That's that shooting. That's that shooting from CV.
And there's Injagulian providing some energy on the bench, cheering on his teammates. Pozeshkian off. Lucirarian can't get it to go. Kapushin was battling inside. Terrell up to Hudatian.
Great ball movement up the court.
Great job by Kapushin denying Terrell the ball there. And Big Z off.
Looking like his old self there, taking it to the rack.
I was about to say that was a vintage move, and Breeze off on the free throw line pull-up.
Lucirarian and Ebrahimian fighting for that play. I mean, they've been really fighting the whole game for the rebounds, if not Tevan Hudatian instead of Ebrahimian down there.
There's Belosian with it.
Oh, he's got the lane. He's going to take it.
And he's right inside for the deuce. Andreas Belosian with 5 straight points.
Look, it's a Pro-Am League. There's a lot of one-on-one gameplay, right? You can't necessarily go too close to the player. You got to respect the three, but you can't go too close. So that's what happened there for Kapushin.
Jones going back to the free throw line for 2 more. Artsakh now down 5.
Travell Jones, one of those players that Avo Melkonian trusts. Lets them play. That's his coaching style. Both coaches actually let their players kind of play.
A lot of freedom. I mean, the thing is, both these teams with a lot of experienced players, so you kind of can let them coach themselves in a sense.
Yeah.
Kudati into the hoop, off. Possession, double team comes his way. Jones to the corner, Lucerian. It's good.
That corner three-pointer from the right-hand side, that's his sweet spot.
And a full court pass to Kudatian leads to 2.
Another cross-court pass, getting Kudatian in this right spot.
And Travell Jones with a 2-hand slam.
As Injagulian at the top of the key, passes to Terrell, finds Kudatian.
Now it's Possession driving, finds Lucerian, and he's off on the layup. Kudatian. Right at Kapushin, loses it going up. Ball deflects off Kudatian, goes to Artsakh.
Substitutions here for the Artsakh. Comes out Kapushin, in comes Ramos Avanesian, a solid shooter from outside.
Gets it to Breeze. Breeze. Great defense by Narba. And a foul call on the floor. It's on Terrell.
That's what I was about to ask you, Zando.
I got you, Rich. Don't worry, I'm here for you. Jones good on the first. And Artsakh tying the game back up, chance to take the lead, and they do with that free throw. Ibrahimian. Inside. Goes up. He's off on the layup. Kudatian tracks it down.
Another rebound for the shortest guy on the court for Hrazdan.
Bogosian winds up with it. 6 on the shot clock. Terrell gets it to go.
Wow. And that's that high arc shot I'm telling you about. It's almost like it adds an extra splash to the shot.
There's Jones off on the layup. Misses a second. Gets the rebound. And Jones finds possession in the corner. And Travell Jones off again. Empty trip for Artsakh. Terrell. Rebound Kudatian. To Terrell again. Terrell and 1. That's his 3rd and 1 of the ball game.
Count the basket. JT Terrell staying aggressive both inside and outside the perimeter.
And Rich, look who just showed up for Hrazdan.
Jamal McCoy, I heard he was having car issues on the road, so I'm happy to see him in good health.
There's Terrell knocking down the free throw, and if you thought that Hrazdan was dangerous making this comeback, they're even more dangerous now if McCoy's going to check in.
Close to a minute left in the first half. Let's see if Artsakh can close it out strong at least, being down.
Jones. Narbeck guarding him. Great job by Ibrahimian. And Terrell draws the offensive foul.
Great positioning there. I mean, we were talking about charges. It's hard to teach how to get charges done correctly. And Terrell, beautifully done. Understanding, out of control, Lucerian. Fantastic move there.
And now Hrazdan a chance for a 2-for-1. 10-second differential on the shot and game clock.
A bit of a splash puddle.
And Tavon's just working on his free throws in the meantime while they wipe it up.
leading scorer for Hrazdan today with 22 points. Who else but JT Terrell? I mean, fantastic effort from both sides, but Terrell has clearly shown his dominance in this game.
And there he is again. Catches off. And gets his own rebound.
Hrazdan hustling for that rebound down low again.
And he cuts. Bolosian finds him. Ibrahimian corner. 5 seconds on the shot clock. He spins and right to the hoop.
That was silky. He still got 7 seconds left. You got to get the last shot here if you're Artsakh.
4 seconds to go. Breeze from deep. He gets it to go. Aaron Breeze closes out the half for Artsakh with a huge three-pointer. Brings them within 4 points. Rich, great half of basketball. And we have one more half left to go. We'll be right back after the halftime break.
My Detroit players, Tim's from my hooligans in Brooklyn.
Go down.
Talk about the legal aid. If you stare, shut the fuck up, man. If you stare.
Last year was an eye-opening experience working out for 5 teams. So you know your hard work is what got you those opportunities. And I always said I'll open the door for you, but you just got to do your part. You know. And
no, that's true. It's funny because he told me that when I signed with him, he's like, look. He's like, I'm gonna get you in front of these doors. I'm gonna get you in front of NBA doors, no doubt. But once you walk into that gym, you gotta perform. I can't perform for you.
What's important for this upcoming season is just Gary being consistent and getting a chance to show what he can do and be on the court, and all this hard work to pay off from where he started last year and kind of just keep evolving to where it's going. As we talk about, G, it's about getting 1% better every day. I think that's what we need to just focus on.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
My Detroit players, Tim's from my hooligans in Brooklyn.
Go down.
I talk about the legal aid. If you stare, shut the fuck up, man. If you stare.
You saw the comment I did on I don't know why he cropped it out like that. It looks like an uncle I don't know just passed away. Oh, it didn't start. I think it wasn't in black and white either. Yeah.
We're currently down to cameraman and a producer. Great timing, guys.
We're good. Sniper report.
Rich, second half of action about to get ready to go, and I need your sniper report real quick before we start.
Yes, the Armenian sniper report brought to you by Gary Chavichin and company. So the sniper report here, I would say, is both teams have been aggressive, but the one man that's standing out is JT Terrell. If he continues the same composure, the same aggressiveness there, and Tevan Hrazdan as well, then it's going to be a game changer. And in terms of for Hrazdan, for the Artsakh, you need more from Possession, you need more from Lusararian. That's and bar none, and from Chavell Jones as well.
And Hrazdan can't get the roll again. Breeze bringing it up. Possession driving, and Possession finishing with the left hand.
You know, Possession told me his goal is to play for the Armenian national team. So, I mean, the way he's working, I see that being a very true statement for the foreseeable future.
And here's McCoy checking in. And Piaro climbing the ladder to block that one.
Wow. The extension on that.
Breeze off. Hit a huge three to end the first half. Piaro gets it to Possession.
Breeze sees Lucerian. Is he going to pass it?
Decides to take it himself. And there's Narba to clean it up. Drive by Terrell. And one!
Wow.
Terrell with another and one.
I mean, he's only played one game in the past 4 weeks, and he has already made a highlight reel worthy for 10 years. Insane.
Terrell, a part of the upper echelon of players here in the AABA.
Delay of game called on Hrazdan Basketball Club for failing to get to the mark at the right time. Zando, Jamal McCoy didn't play the first half. What do you expect from him?
I just expect him to be aggressive. He's that kind of player, and you know, once you're aggressive and you just get your feet a little wet, get your legs under, you'll be good.
Yeah.
There's Yedenekian finds Lucerian. Tyler off, and Terrell with the board. Hudatian leaked out again. They didn't see him.
Gets it back.
Ibrahimian to Njagulian. Terrell not shying away.
I love the teamwork for Hrazdan, finding the right guys in the right spots.
Inside, Lucerian off, but able to get his own rebound and finish.
Stay strong. That's Lucerian.
8 minutes to go in the third quarter. Artsakh down by just one. Terrell loses it. Yedenekian winds up with it.
Great defense as Pez Narbe Possession comes up to us and he's like, he made us know that was him.
Corner Breeze.
Great hustle for that rebound by Ibrahimian.
Njagulian with it, finds McCoy. McCoy steps back. Bang!
Wow. That another highlight reel right there.
And Richie said, what did I expect to see McCoy right away? Aggressive on offense. Lucerian drives.
Yeah, no, he's already aggressive. He's vocal. He just wants to win. That's what he told me before the season started. Beautiful pass.
And there's Ibrahimian with the easy layup.
In the crowd today is Warren Helliger in his bye week. He's not playing this week. Undefeated Armen's Basketball Club. What a player he is.
Yeah, great performance last week. Helped the Armen's and the Arabuni's undefeated season. And there's Breeze with a three. 3-point lead for Hrazdan. McCoy driving. And Njagulian gets a screen from McCoy.
Khodadian down low, playing around, wanting it.
And there's McCoy off. And Njagulian calling it for it to be off possession.
Fantastic.
Yeah, that's a great defensive effort by both players.
Well done. Great defense. Going straight up.
And Breeze called for a foul in transition off the ball.
Is that his third or his fourth? I believe it should be his third, if I'm not mistaken.
And Njagulian with it.
Great
Hudatian
pass.
backdoor cut. And he just loses it out of his reach.
As he tackles our Fanzia free throw cam.
Lucerian pulls up. And Tyler hits. Inside Terrell.
Holy Holy.
A rack attack if I've ever seen one. JT Terrell rising up to jail.
Okay, we're not just going to move on from that. That is top 3 plays I've seen here at Academy USA Arena.
And there's Kudatian with the easy deuce.
I'm still in awe.
Terrell just out of nowhere like Randy Orton. Going and destroying the rim. That'll be a timeout called by Artsakh as Hrazdan has taken a 5-point lead. Commercial break. We'll be right back.
Wow. I can't tell if I'm just lightheaded or what.
.539 to go in the third quarter. JT Terrell just completely obliterated the rim with that last dunk.
He said, I'm here and I'm here to stay.
Jones off. And Hrazdan starting to grow their lead slowly. Terrell can't control it. And just like that is Artsakh on the break. Lucerian. McCoy almost gets back for the block.
Good hustle play nonetheless by McCoy. You want to see that from one of your better players.
3-point lead for Hrazdan. McCoy wants a call, doesn't get it. Breeze finds Possession, and Possession blocked by Terrell.
Both ends for Terrell, offense and defense. He makes sure his presence is known.
Using the athleticism to his best ability. Travell Jones gets it. And another timeout by Artsakh. Coach Alvo Melkonian rallying in the troops, talking over some strategy. 4:51 to go, Rich. 66-63 Hrazdan lead. We'll be right back after the commercial break.
I mean, what's important for this upcoming season is just Gary being consistent and getting a chance to show what he can do and be on the court, and all this hard work to pay off from where he started last year and kind of just keep evolving to where it's going. As we talk about, G, it's about getting 1% better every day. I think that's what we need to just focus on.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Let's see the main score is 27.
Breeze inbounding for Artsakh. Leading the charge for Artsakh, Tyler Lucerian is 17 points today, Rich.
Yeah, no, they're going to need a lot more from the rest of the team. Lucerian, of course, he gets the job done.
As the shot clock expires on Artsakh, no awareness, and Rich, it just looks like everyone's so dejected, and the body language not looking good right now for Artsakh.
They're going to get back into rhythm, of course. It's a game of runs, as many know. But I'm interested to see who's going to be the catalyst. Is it the Possession effect? Is it going to be the Musayan effect as Terrell gets another bucket there, scoring his 29th point of the match?
And it's just so effortless from Big Z. Thought he got the charge laying on the floor.
Injagulian on the bench, of course, is not happy with that call, but we got kind of clear idea from here. Vedian was already going down from there.
And the thing with Injagulian is he probably knows the rulebook better than any other player on the court as a former ref.
From his angle, though, I don't think he would.
Yeah,
that's a tough angle from Injagulian to plead his case.
Kapushin coming in for Lucerian.
Today's game is brought to you by Bread and Breakfast LA. Bread and Breakfast LA, Sujuk and Boston Burritos in the home of North Hollywood.
Into Breeze. Aaron Horn.
Some confusion on the court. I think it was an inadvertent horn.
Now back to Breeze. 14 on the shot clock.
Jones is
Musayan.
active down low. He wants it.
Musayan steps through the lane and he gets it to go.
Yo, Zando, you got to keep an eye out on Jones and Avedian. They're starting to get pretty defensive with one another. I'd love to see that matchup.
And McCoy gets it. Hussein playing defense. Jamal McCoy off one leg. No roll for him. And Travell Jones with the pull-up.
Telling you, watch that matchup. It's coming.
McCoy brings it up. Under 3.5 minutes left in the third quarter. Artsakh down 1. And there's Jones. A chance to give Artsakh the lead. And Musayan misses the layup, but Jones able to clean it up.
I think there was some contact from Hussein. Give him some slack there.
And Breeze playing great defense. Blocks the shot, brings it the other way. And McCoy fouls him before he goes up.
Dare I say a good foul to stop that play?
Yes.
If you're McCoy, I mean, you come into the second half, you don't have any fouls under your belt.
Absolutely, Rich. Some expendable fouls by him. And, the chance to get your team recuperated back into half-court defense.
Expendable. I love that SAT word.
And there's Kapushin with the and-one three-pointer.
Wow. Took him to school. Possession letting us know that was an and-one three-point play.
Making sure I know how to count.
Possession's that one counselor in high school that no one asks for, and he keeps on telling you everything.
Pushin off on the free throw. Can't convert the and-one. And Musayan winds up with it. Kapushin corner. Pulls up. Air balls.
Late call there.
Jones will go back to the free throw line. And Jones has already shot 6 times from there. Jones with 15 points.
Know how we were talking about efficiency earlier? JT Terrell is 11 for 17 today.
It's efficiency at its finest. But the thing is, for Artsakh, some shooting woes. 28 for 67 from the field. Terrell with the ball. Injagulian fires one. Short Breeze. Gets it to Jones.
Beautiful pass.
And Musayan with the finish.
Beautiful pass by Travell Jones. It's always a nice little plus whenever your big guy can pass.
Injagulian to McCoy. McCoy drives. McCoy can't finish. Kapushin fires one up. Bang!
Kapushin's feeling it. He's feeling it. Coach Ava Melkonia loves it.
And Hrazdan forced to take a timeout. Artsakh taking an 11-point lead with 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. We'll be right back after the commercial break.
Last year was an eye-opening experience working out for 5 teams. So your hard work is what got you those opportunities. And I always said I'll open the door for you, but you just got to do your part.
No, that's true. It's funny because he told me that when I signed with him. He's like, look, I'm gonna get you in front of these doors. I'm gonna get you in front of NBA doors, no doubt. But once you walk into that gym, you gotta perform. I can't perform for you.
And we're back. Hudatian with the ball. Terrell finds Avedian. Avedian thought about it. Driving in, McCoy. Can't finish. It's been a rough start for McCoy after that first triple, Rich.
Gotta let the game come to you. Can't force it.
And there's Narba possession with another and one.
I love the tenacity that possession brings, and intensity, excuse me, that he brings on the court. I mean, you even have is that Tyler Lucerarian's grandpa over there?
Yes.
He literally got up on his feet. He was like, let's go.
Hey, man, Narba, a guy, his infectious personality is definitely true, Rich. You just see him and you kind of want to hug him.
Oh, yeah. I mean, sure. And not when he's sweaty.
No. There's Hrazdan. Hrazdan gets it to go. Lead back down to 11 for Artsakh.
Hrazdan, relatively quiet offensive performance, but you don't need that when Terrell's going off.
Breeze gets it to possession. Kapushin again. Off on that one. Njagulian leaking out. Mono trying to get back on defense. Now less than a minute to go in the quarter. Hrazdan now down 9. Musayin off.
Great pass.
McCoy pulls up and gets one to go over Breeze.
He called it. Let the game come to you, like I said.
35 to go in the quarter. 15-second differential between the shot and game clocks. Musayin in the corner. Back to Breeze. Breeze is off. Possession follows it up.
Dirty work. That's that dirty work.
12 seconds to go in the quarter. Hrazdan driving, gets a foul call. Artsakh still with fouls to give. And Njagulian gets it into Terrell. Kapushin playing some tough defense. Terrell steps back. He's off. And that's it for the third quarter, Rich. Artsakh flipping the switch and making it an 8-point game. We'll be right back with the Academy USA Coach's Corner. End of the third quarter here with Coach Avomel calling it in the Academy USA Coach's Corner. Coach, Manny making 2 big threes in that quarter. How big is it to have a guy like that off your bench?
Having Manny is very good to have. Having all these guys are good when they come together. We started playing D in the third quarter. We were down 8 and it went up 8, so we started playing D. We had a good turnaround.
How infectious is Narba's personality to the rest of the team?
Any type of energy, rebounding, defense is amazing. So Narba's energy is also really amazing for us.
Thank you, Coach. Third or fourth quarter about to start. You don't have to give me that much credit, Rich. Thank you. Possession with it now. Corner Breeze. Easy money for Aaron Breeze.
I've been following him since the day he stopped in Armenia, and has he been doing that for a living?
Terrell finds Longurian, and Longurian picks a good time to get his first bucket of the game.
That was a great play, setting that double screen. We talk about this often, but kind of looked like that Casena Valley offense.
Possession driving. Off balance, finishes it, gets the foul call. He's going to the free throw line again.
That's his opposite hand that he just scored with. And he's not ambidextrous, folks.
Possession putting on another show today. 9 rebounds, 22 points, and a chance to add 1 more at the free throw line. Possession off, but there's Piaro with the rebound.
loose ball foul.
How's the focus? Hrazdan with it. Hrazdan down 9. Some quick moves. Ball out of bounds, staying with Hrazdan.
Leading scorer for the Artsakh basketball club. Number 14 for field goal.
And Possession, a good three-point shooter, but doesn't shoot a large volume of them, Rich. But when he shoots it, you better get your hand up because there's a good chance it's going in.
He's busy rallying up the team for whatever reason. I mean, he's on the bench right now, and look at him. He's already standing. He's attentive, high-fiving his teammates, making sure the energy is right. Unclear what the weight is about. I think there's a wet spot on the floor.
Yep, wet spot on the floor. After, well, this being the last quarter of a triple header, you have to expect there's going to be some players hitting the floor, leaving a little bit of sweat residue.
Oh yeah, I remember when I was playing overseas. The referees already knew that when I went on the floor, it was a 5-minute stop.
Longorian battling, keeps it alive. Avedian couldn't get it to go. That would have been a big shot for Hrazdan. Breeze now. Inside. Acrobatic finish.
Against a much larger Avedian as well. Tough shot by Breeze.
And Artsakh back up by 11.
Notice the matchup switch here. It seems like Breeze will be guarding Sorrell.
Ball deflected off of Piaro. McCoy coming back in for Injagulian.
Doesn't feel like a double-digit lead, honestly. It seems like it's
No.
a 3-point game.
Seems like a, you know, one thing I feel like, Rich, the energy is very lacking right now from both sides. I mean, it's probably because Narba is out. He's not getting and ones and screaming his head off, but.
I mean, also, this is your 3rd game commentating as well, so I think that's also the case for us.
Longorian finishes inside again. Big basket by him.
Quiet game so far for Longorian, but he's there when it matters.
Breeze serving. Gets a screen from Piaro and he steps back. Breeze off. Piaro rebounds and Piaro finishes.
Great hustle play there by PR. You gotta be happy for Laconian.
And you know, it seems like Artsakh has a lot of plug-and-play players. You get one guy in to just do the same job as the other. Foul called on Lucerian. This ball's going to stay with Artsakh. You know, last week we had Paul Musayan coming off the bench for Artsakh, giving a lift defensively and scoring some three-pointers. This week, Manny Mono Capuchin doing the same exact thing for him. Terrell to inbound, gets it to Hrazdan.
Correction on the technical side of things. Foul was on number 8, Tyler Lucerian.
Avedian driving. Breeze throws it up. Lucerian goes through Terrell and gets his own rebound.
Another rebound for Lucerian. What he's known for.
Terrell spinning. Terrell. Tough shot. Forward now. Lucerian. Another bucket.
Starting to inch away here.
Getting a little out of hand for Hrazdan. Surprise coach Shajayan has not called a timeout to halt this run.
He's very laissez-faire style coaching, as we spoke before.
McCoy inside. And one.
And one play there. Tom Musayan in the restricted area. Good call by the ref.
And Rich, that's a huge basket. Not only is it a chance for three, but it stops the clock and lets you catch your breath a little bit.
I mean, the younger players, they're not used to the concept of a restricted area as much as, the experienced overseas players. So Musayan coming out of high school, hey, welcome to post-grad life.
Koi shooting one. Koi off, but there's Ibrahimian with the rebound. And McCoy can't finish. Gets his rebound. And another and one for Jamal McCoy.
Great effort there, keeping Hrazdan's energy alive with less than 7 minutes left to go in the game. They needed that bucket.
That was definitely much needed. McCoy not only getting the bucket, but bringing so much energy after that. And McCoy converts that time, so a 5-point play technically for him. Breeze finds Kapushian.
I want to see some offensive aggressiveness by Kapushian here.
And to the corner, Breeze. Big time three-pointer. McCoy the other way. Gets called for a charge.
If it does not succeed the first time, work at it again and get it the second time. Great effort by Musayan, not being phased by the first call, whereas the defensive one.
And Musayan was definitely outside of the restricted area there. Breeze with it. Artsakh trying to ice the game. And there's Musayan driving, can't finish. Piaro.
Referee sees that one off the foot. Decisive plays for Hrazdan. Every second counts. Down by 15.
With 6 minutes to go, it's time for Hrazdan to start going on a run, chipping away at this lead. Ibrahimian driving against Breeze. Fade away. That's just vintage.
Upper body strength by Ibrahimian there.
Terrell covering Breeze. And Piaro. No foul call. Hrazdan has numbers. Back the other way, Breeze. 5.5 to go. Lucerarian gets it to Kapushian, wide open. Terrell the other way. Kudatian looked like he got bumped, no call.
People had first row seat for that one. What's the call there?
And the ball of Artsakh. Sub coming in for Artsakh, Travell Jones, and a timeout called by Hrazdan. Timeout called by Hrazdan. 5 minutes to go. Artsakh up by 11 points.
It's okay. I get you.
Rich, 5 minutes to go here. Artsakh down by 11, up by 11 points, and Hrazdan with the ball, chance to make it a single-digit game.
Ibrahimian goes up. It's good.
And Ibrahimian coming alive to end this game. Had the post fade away the possession before. Layup there. Jones backing down Ibrahimian. Can't finish, short on his layup. Can't finish the second time around. And Hrazdan pushing. Kapushin, great defense. Ibrahimian from deep. Jones. 4:15 to go. 9-point Artsakh lead. Breeze with it. Gets the screen from Possession. Lucerarian draws the foul. Ball into Kapushin. Possession driving. Too strong, but Jones is there. And Possession able to finish that time.
Beautiful pass by Travell Jones, recognizing Possession next to him, wide open.
And Artsakh lead back over double digits. 11-point game. Longurian under the basket. Off. And Possession arguing the call, saying they were holding me. Ref thinks otherwise. Hrazdan ball down 11. And Terrell instantly shoots one up.
Rebound by Jones.
Breeze bringing it up the court. Hrazdan desperately needs to stop here. Lucerarian gets it to go. Terrell drives, pulls, and hits. Shady Terrell gets it to go, draws a foul. He'll go to the line. Terrell at the line for one. And Rich, I could be mistaken, but Andreas Bogosian has not played a minute in the second half.
You know, and I was actually going to say earlier, I hadn't seen Ibrahimian really make that same level of effect in the second half. I mean, Jajayan oftentimes looks at the court, looks back at his bench, but often forgets to make a move, and sometimes it hurts them.
And Longurian thought he had a block. Ref calls a foul and Possession back to the charity stripe.
Artsakh's aggressiveness is what's keeping them on top for at least a double-digit lead. But anything can happen here at AABA.
Possession good on his first. Possession knocks down both. Lead back up to 12 for Artsakh.
2 minutes and 45 left in the game.
Possession now with 26 points. Kudati inflicts one in. And Possession working on a double-double, 26 and 9 rebounds. Breeze with it. Norbert with post position, he wanted it. Corner now, Possession. Lucerarian gets it to Jones. Jones off balance. Longurian pulls it down. Ibrahimian spins on Mono, and he gets the layup.
Doing what he does best, using his body to create space.
Back to a single-digit lead. Corner, Lucerarian. And Longurian hauls it in. But there's Possession. He misses the layup. Jones misses again. And the third time around, Jones finishes. Hrazdan misses the layup. Rich is looking like it's going to be 2 losses in a row for Hrazdan.
It's not looking good for them. I think they're going to have to talk up the rotations maybe for next game. Of course, you know, some players not being there at the beginning of the game may cause some discrepancies on their flow of match.
10 seconds on the shot clock. Breeze with it, looking for the dagger. Kapushin. Short air balls. Jones. Shot clock violation not in effect. Hrazdan in on the break. And there's Hrazdan.
Still no timeouts being called by Jajan. He's letting them play.
8-point game. Hrazdan almost comes up with a steal. Terrell on Breeze. Breeze slips and falls. And the other way, Hrazdan. And Breeze is down.
Hope that Aaron Breeze is okay.
Breeze slow to get up. Terrell helps Breeze up. He's back on his feet.
Slow to get up, but I'm happy that on his debut day,
Yeah, good to see him back on his feet. Rich, 46.9 left in the game. Hrazdan down 6 points. Similar situation to our last one with Artsakh Academy. As Hrazdan, how do you get back into this one?
well, you know, right now, what is it, 6-point game?
Yes.
6-point game? I mean, you just need a bucket. Immediate bucket. Well, first of all, got to stop this play for Artsakh as they're going to be bringing in the ball. But get a stop, then worry about a 2-pointer. You don't need a 3. You know, you got plenty of time still, especially with the stop clock.
And Bolosian checking in finally in the second half. You know, Rich, last week, Bolosian intentionally stepped over the line for a delay of game so they could see what they set up in. But Hrazdan, I believe, already has a delay of game called on them in this one.
I didn't know that actually. Hey, they're a very smart team. Bogosian, very high IQ athlete. See what Artsakh can make up out of here.
Lucerian inbounding, gets it to Breeze. Breeze trapped in the coffin corner. Close call. Artsakh with 4 seconds to get it across the half-court line.
Unclear what the commotion is about at the scorer's table. I believe it's finding out whether they can advance the ball or not.
Now there's a manhunt for the commissioner. And there's there's no clarity on a rule.
Can someone go fucking get Sudan?
And after a lot of confusion, a call to the commissioner. The ball is in the front court. McCoy coming back in for Bolosian.
Quite decisive. Could at the same time not be, but it's a 6-point game with 43 seconds left. I mean, lots of game left.
And it's a 5-second call. Hrazdan with some great inbounds defense.
That is insane. You can't let that happen.
And Coach Avo saying don't let the players make the calls, but that one was just textbook. It was 5 seconds. Drive by McCoy. He gets the basket. Now just a 4-point game.
Exceptional play by Jamal McCoy. He had Narkle and Durian open.
Decided to do it himself, and it paid off.
A little correction on the time there. Every second counts, clearly.
Possession inbounding. Kapushian gets double teamed. Terrell rips it out of his hands. Terrell off. McCoy gets fouled on the follow-up. And Artsakh with a chance, or Hrazdan with a chance to make it a 2-point game.
That aggressiveness. McCoy is sensing urgency here. And the veteran that he is, comes natural.
And you know, for Kapushian, that's a tough double team. He had 2 professional level players going at him. McCoy good on the first 3-point game now.
Just noticing possession and shoes kind of makes it look like he's a cartoon character.
McCoy good on both. 3.1 second difference on the shot and game clocks. An error by the scorer's table.
With 27 seconds left, 107, 105. Going down to the wires, Zendo.
Yeah, Rich, do you foul once they bring it into the front court? Try to get a steal in the back court, as it is going to come into the front court. Lucerarian pulls it back. Breeze gets the foul. He's going to the line.
And honestly, Breeze's first game in the AABA. Is he going to freeze on this one, or is he going to make it?
2 big free throws. Breeze 1 for 1 tonight.
All that goes out the door. That's what my coach used to say. When it's crunch time, everyone's a 65% shooter. That's what my coach would say.
And now with the 2 biggest free throws of the game. Off on the first.
It's anyone's league.
Hrazdan with a chance.
Will Jajane use his timeout here? That's the question. To advance it as well. He can advance if he calls a timeout.
Breeze misses both. Terrell rebounds. Shot clock is off, and Terrell gets his pockets picked. Jumps on the loose ball. Jump ball. And it goes to Artsakh. Some arguments from both sides on who started the quarter, who would get the jump ball. Refs discussing it.
I don't recall who started the fourth quarter. I believe it was on the right-hand side, going right.
This is a huge call right here.
13 seconds left in the game, 107-105. Very decisive game. Does Artsakh get its first loss, or will Hrazdan continue its campaign for the playoffs?
And we have to talk about real quick that defensive play that Artsakh made. JT Terrell was coming into the front court with a head of steam. And I believe it was Mano Kapushian that stepped in the way and stole the ball.
Yeah, no, Kapushian, very key play there. His presence has clearly been missed throughout the season for Artsakh, but man, is he a great player at LAVC.
Refs still discussing.
And the refs are also, they're learning as they go. We got FIBA rules implemented here in the U.S., which is not common for any league.
And high school basketball season is starting up, which a lot of these refs, it's their main reffing. And it's green ball to Hrazdan.
The ball stays in the hands of Hrazdan. It's a tough break if you're Artsakh playing defense, but at least you know the next one's yours.
13.8 left on the clock. Hrazdan down 2 to Artsakh, looking to snap their undefeated season. Here we go, Rich.
All right. Game's in the refrigerator and the Jello's jiggling. Is that what it is?
Kudatian driving. 8 on the clock. Terrell gets it. Pulls from deep. Off. And Kapushian's fouled. And an emotional Avo Melkonian yelling, "Ball don't lie."
That was an intense play. Kudatian passes it off to JT Terrell. Terrell been impeccable the whole game, but unable to finish that basket right there. Still not done.
Pushin needs both free throws to make this lead insurmountable. Pushin good on the first 3-point game.
Can he make this a 2-possession game? Because Hrazdan can call a timeout and advance.
Pushin off. Timeout called. Refs rewarding Hrazdan with the timeout. Waiting to see how much time they put on the clock. Rich, it's going to be less than a second.
Think so? I say 0.7 maybe.
Why not we see 10? I think that's incorrect.
No, our awesome Alicia Kashaki. This is her first season with us. She's doing great. Our whole team. Huri, Serop, Grace, Viken, and of course Alicia. They've been fantastic.
Rich, you were right. 0.7 of a second on the clock. And you got to expect them to go to Terrell.
It's a 3-point game. It's either goes to the hands of Terrell or McCoy. Those are the guys that you like to have the ball in the last few seconds of the game. Travell Jones is going to be guarding the out of bounds.
And Kudatian will inbound. Ball into McCoy. He gets it up. And he's off. Hrazdan loses their second game in a row in a thriller against Artsakh. Artsakh takes it 108-105 in the player of the game interview brought to you by Riding Tutor. We'll be right here.
Defeated, and now we only have 2 teams still undefeated in the league: Armen's Basketball Club and Artsakh Basketball Club, as Zando Arzamanian will be logging on for the player of the game.
Riding Tutor player of the game, Narba possession. Narba, 2 weeks in a row I've had you up here. You guys were down going into the second half. What led to the comeback?
Man, we just wanted to play together. That's what we do. It's all about coming together. Some of us, we have never played with each other, just showed up this week, I think. But a cohesive unit, put it together, try to go out and get a win. That team is really good, really good. They got a lot of hoopers out there. But we kind of fumbled it a little. But that might be your next question.
Narva, end of the game. A little bit of confusion between the refs, the coaches. Everyone was confused. How were you guys able to stay together and not fall apart at the end of the game?
Look, I'll be very honest here. There's no reason we should have blown a 10-point lead with 150 to go. Almost honestly fumbled the bag, but obviously we kept it together. A lot of confusion here with the FIBA rule, NBA rule. Don't even know what's going on here. But the refs got it together. The commissioner stepped in. We didn't want them to take a three-pointer at the end. That was the whole point. They got a lot of great shooters, but we managed it. We managed it.
Thank you, Norba. That'll do it for AABA Game Day 4. Artsakh stays undefeated, and we'll be back next week with more AABA action.